This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. This video is brought to you by First Detachment Nutrition. Battle tested, expert formulated. Use discount code AB10 at checkout for 10% off. Hey guys, Big Paul here today, and I am going to go over my health supplement stack. Not my PEDs, the things that I use to manage my health and to mitigate the effects of the PEDs. I've had a lot of people ask me about this. I'm going to start including it in my weekly vlog. I did this past weekend, but I know a lot of you guys don't check my vlog out. So I thought I'd do a short video going over my health supplement stack, and we'll dig into it all in just 1 second. Current health supplements. This is a slide I added here. People have been nagging me about what health supplements are you using, and I never go over it. They want to know my health supplement stack. So this is what I'm doing right now for my health supplement. I have it broken up into buckets here. I have glucose management. I'm doing 1,500 milligrams of berberine a day for glucose management. I use a suppressor from First Detachment Nutrition, which is berberine and some other shit in it. I have a affiliate code with First Detachment if you want to pick it up. It's a really good product. My discount code is AB10 for 10% off. If you want to head over to First Detachment Nutrition, you can pick it up there. General health, I take a whole food vitamin. I used to get Dr. Todd Lee's vitamin, but he doesn't make it anymore. I use vitamin C, and I use 5,000 IUs of vitamin D per day. For cardiovascular health, I have a stack that I use for cardiovascular health, which includes 3,000 milligrams of fish oil, CoQ10, niacin, citrus bergamot, and baby aspirin. And all of these things are to keep the niacin and citrus bergamot are for cholesterol, to keep the lipids in check. CoQ10 for heart health. The fish oil also aids with vascular health and keeping lipids in check. And baby aspirin is also for vascular health, for viscosity, of blood viscosity, to keep you from throwing a clot and dying of a heart attack. For liver, I use a combo of Tucka, milk thistle, and NAC. I used to buy those individually and spend a bunch of money. Milk thistle and NAC, specifically NAC, is super effective at lowering liver enzymes. It's crazy. Last year on contest prep, I ran oral. Everybody runs orals at the end of contest prep. My liver values, my ALT and AST, were above 200, both of them. After contest prep, after pounding orals and being depleted, they were pretty nasty. I felt like shit. This year, running the same orals, in fact, I used halotestin, which is supposed to be one of the harshest orals. I ran QRF from First Detachment Nutrition, which has Tucka, milk thistle, and NAC in it. They are all high quality ingredients. I used that in my blood work. Came back with my ALT and AST, I think in the high 20s, low 30s. I can find it for you guys if you want to see it, but it was crazy with running orals that it was that low. So this shit definitely works. It's a pharmaceutical grade supplement. Once again, if you want to pick it up, you can head over to First Detachment Nutrition. And my code is discount code is AB10. I have it all in the video description. And my kidney, I have kidney support last on here, and I use astragalus, and it's a mix of other stuff. It's also a First Detachment supplement called Renal Assist. They have a really cool line of supplements. I think it's PCMS series supplements, they call it, that are actually designed for gear users. It's really fucking cool. They actually built a supplement line to help mitigate health issues that gear users have. So it's really, really cool. All right, so my prescription medicines that are for health that I run It's really simple. It's not a ton of stuff. Right now, I run metformin at 1,500 milligrams. I've fluctuated between 500, 1,000, and 1,500, and I just have found that 1,500 works the best for me. That seems to be the sweet spot. That keeps my fasting glucose nice and low. It helps me deal with sugar cravings and other hunger issues that I've had in the past. I get these wild sugar cravings. I used to get them in the past, and it probably had to do with some sort of glucose issues. Not my glucose management was probably poor. I got fat for a little while in my late 30s, and it was kind of a pre-diabetic for a period of time, and I got myself out of it through managing my health and working out, etc. But I keep the berberine or not berberine, but the metformin in to deal with that. I also have found that it just is for guys over 40. It seems like metformin works magic. I see guys over 40 that have a hard time gaining weight or gaining muscle, and it's from insulin resistance. Their muscles are just not uptaking nutrients like they did in their 20s. And I found when you open that pathway up with metformin and berberine, then all of a sudden guys start growing again. Throw a little insulin in there, and then they start growing again. So metformin also has all sorts of longevity benefits as well. It lowers risk of cancer, and people just live longer using metformin. I know a lot of people in bodybuilding poo-poo it because they think that it causes you not to grow. I put on 50 pounds of stage weight last year using metformin. So I don't know. It worked for me, and I know people talk about the IGF-1 level thing being low. I got my IGF-1 levels while I was running 1,500 milligrams of metformin, and they were 480. So they were just fine. That study that everybody likes to quote was done on 60-year-old men that were non-trainers, and it doesn't fit our cohort. It just doesn't apply to our cohort. They were non-PED users, non-trainers, and they had lowered IGF-1 levels, which probably is part of the reason why metformin lowers cancer risk. Other things that I use X-Forge currently for blood pressure. X-Forge is an ARB with a calcium channel blocker. Sometimes when an ARB alone is not enough to bring your blood pressure down, you need the calcium channel blocker in there. As well, the ARB by itself ideally should be enough, but sometimes in the off season when you're putting a bunch of weight on, you're pushing food high, you're using insulin, gears getting high, you want to be more proactive. So that's the step that I take. Sometimes it makes my blood pressure too low. I've had that happen before with X-Forge. X-Forge is very effective. And then in the case where I don't need it, then I will back off and use telmisartan, which is plenty, or lisinopril, which works fine too. For acid reflux, which most bodybuilders have, they just don't own up to it, I am taking pantoprazole, I think that's how you say it, sorry. I'm sure I slaughtered that, but it is it blocks the stomach acid it's a proton pump inhibitor, sorry. And it slows down the production of acid in the stomach and prevents acid reflux. I know guys say they don't want to take it because they're worried about osteoporosis, blah, 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 all these other issues that go along with it. Dude, you're on fucking steroids and growth hormone. You're not going to get osteoporosis. And also, if you're taking tren, why are you worried about taking medicine for your fucking acid reflux? Why torture yourself? I don't know how many guys I've run into that don't take anything to deal with their acid reflux. And I know of 2 people personally that have died from esophageal cancer caused by untreated acid reflux. And I know a 3rd person now that has it. So it is a real problem, and it can fucking kill you. And I think a lot of guys don't realize this. So if you have a hiatal hernia, which I do, if you have acid reflux of any sort of type, GERD, whatever, you probably should be using some sort of proton pump inhibitor. There's over-the-counter ones, Nexium, which I think is omeprazole, I think. I don't know. I believe that's it. But those are really the prescription drugs that I use. I keep it basic. I have used a statin in the past. I don't know. Statins always fuck me up and make me feel weird. I have used ezetimibe in the past when my cholesterol's gotten a little high, but I've been able to get my cholesterol mostly under check just through eating a cleaner diet. Most of my guys that I train, when I get them on a low saturated fat diet, their cholesterol, their lipids come back in line. They're not perfect, but usually they're way better than what they were when they started. So just something to think about. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you on this one. Hopefully you found that helpful. Take care. For coaching or consultations, head over to www.anabolicbodybuilding.com to book your spot today. I can help you with optimizing hormones, fat loss, muscle gain, physique, athletic performance, nutrition, and health. For more information, shoot me an email at bigp3rd@gmail.com.